All these bones we found next to a tree there. I always say to find a snare, you must think like a poacher. So you will not set a snare where there's no animal activity. Animals over time, they create their own paths and they are comfortable in those paths. And that's what the poacher uses. Each area, it's different and each use different signatures, different material. Sometimes they use wire, depends on what they're trying to catch. You get all these kinds of rope, different kinds of rope that they use. And sometimes you will find this. Small cage, also call it as a trap, but it's got snares on top of it. They will use two branches like this, or trees, and they will tie this snare, anchor it like on this tree, and they will put the stick across the snare. They will manipulate the bush, funneling the animals in through the snare. Once the animal to lower its head, to go underneath, you get the noose tightens around the animal's neck. All these bones we found next to a tree there, and after we found the remains, when we looked around, we found the snare. So it was a thin cable snare, and it gives us an idea what kind of snare this person is using. There's definitely lots of activity here. Sure. It's just lots of burrows of porcupine. Say the snare like this. They will close everything and use sticks to keep the snare in place. And the moment the porcupine comes out of the burrow, because he gets stuck inside the snare. So this is the snare, the noose. They normally set it like this. Why do people snare? People are selling it to traditional healers, selling the horns and the hooves and the skin and the stomach, especially porcupine stomach. They believe it's got medicinal value. It's maybe a snare story, but there's a bigger story behind the snares. So yeah.